Hey yo, what up? What up? It's Lamech with Selah Sports TV back at it again. Cheer. Well, as we all should know by now, the Boston Celtics were victorious and were able to secure 17th NBA championship. I want to say 17. Hopefully it's not 18, but sheesh, that's a lot. That's a lot of winning. Shout out to the Boston Celtics franchise. All right, that's the video. I'm out. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, I've always been a kind of a diehard Laker fan up until recently. Up until the last 4 or 5 years or so, I've been a Lakers fan through thick and thin, through the good years, bad years. I've always been a Lakers fan. Now, for the last 4 or 5 seasons, it's been very hard to support the Lakers. Now I'm not going to turn this into a Laker video, but when you're talking about the Boston Celtics, you almost have to bring up the Lakers, right? So, I don't know. I don't know really. I don't really know how to process this championship for the Celtics, man. I can't root for them. I can't celebrate them too much. I just can't. It's just not. I'm just not a Celtic guy, right? But I can respect the work that team put in. And the moves that they were able to make. They weren't able to. They set themselves up for success years ago. Just world class front office. They know what they're doing as it pertains to players and development of players. They know when to get rid of players. Just I can't say. I mean, that's all I can say. They're just a very class organization for the most part. For the most part. Did not like the way they handled the coach, the previous coach. I'm trying to remember his name. His name slips my mind, but he's currently the coach of Houston Rockets. But didn't like the way they handled that. I thought that was pretty raggedy the way they handled that guy. But those instances are few and far in between. So, shout out to Joe Mazzulla, right? He was pretty much unproven. He's come in. He's done an excellent job. He did a great job last year, I thought. They just didn't get it done. And he comes in this year and is able to win a championship. I think he's a very good coach. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. So shout out to Coach Mazzulla, right? For the Celtics, I just got to give them credit. For one, their team is stacked. Okay, they have a stacked fucking roster from top to bottom. Like, that team was built to win, and we saw it all year. Like, that team, they were never in trouble all season. They pretty much they were the best team in the NBA all season. Um, they weren't like they weren't gonna be some record breaking team winning 75 games or anything like that, but just solid roster from top to bottom, and there's really no way you to beat them. You're gonna have to really you're gonna really have to be able to match up with them, like player to player. Their players at every position are good, right? They're role players. They know what they're doing. Nobody's trying to do too much. The coaching, like I already spoke about that. They have a solid bench. You got Porzingis coming off the bench. Of course, he's hurt. He's gonna probably have a long rehab, but they knew that. They knew that going into the season. That Porzingis is somewhat injury prone, right? But they're just built to win regardless. And then you have the two stars, uh, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, right? Um, Two even killed stars. I don't think they are out there competing with each other. I just saw people trying to, and it's human nature, but it does get annoying. Like, as soon as they won game one, as soon as the Boston Celtics won game one, people already, Jaylen Brown is better than Tatum. They're trying to get some type of static between those guys. right? That's just the nature of the beast. It was always like that, but before social media, that type of shit only came from the media, right? But now everybody has a YouTube, everybody has their own content. So the shit that these players gotta hear is like you can't even quantify it. I was gonna say 10 times what it was, but it's more than that. It's probably more than 100. Think about all the people that have all the content creators out there. Whereas back in the day, it used to just be a few publications, right? Newspapers, sports shows. You would have to hear the criticism from them. Now, everybody with a phone can get at you, So it's not easy. It's not easy to put all that stuff aside and just focus on winning the championship. But they did it, right? They did it, and you just got to give them credit. Um, there is some poetic justice to this, I believe. The fact that Jerry West, the logo, NBA visionary, maybe the best GM in NBA history, put so many dynasties together. I mean, people we all know about, Showtime Lakers, and we know about him drafting Kobe Bryant and to play along with Shaq and putting that team together. They went on another championship run, but he also, he put some other teams together too that were pretty fucking good. Um, Oklahoma City, I think he was down there when KD and that maybe I'm getting this wrong, but I believe he was down there when they put KD and Russell Westbrook together, right? When that team was and James Harden, right? When they were pretty fucking good. Like Jerry West has a track record of he knows what he's doing, putting teams together, right? He knows what he's doing, putting teams together is different. It's just different with that guy. But my point is, there's some poetic justice to the Celtics winning a championship this year in the year where Jerry West passed away. It's as us as Lakers fans, we probably don't like it as much, but Jerry West, that was a team that he struggled with. You know, back then there was no there was no free agency, right? The team you got drafted to was the team you were going to play for, and that was pretty much how it went. So if you had a dominant team like the Celtics did, stacked just like they are now, right? Stacked from top to bottom. Um, there's little chance that you're gonna lose any of your players, right? They're not gonna go anywhere. You got them, and everybody else is stuck with their players. So, yeah, Jerry West had to go through some tough times losing to the Celtics, right? So, yeah, that's a little rough, to think about, but that's how life goes. And honestly, I can appreciate the symmetry in that. There's some beauty in that. Like that's a team that he legit lost a lot of championships to. He was able to get one. He was able to get the one, you know, um, over the Celtics. But for the most part, the Celtics pretty much dominated that rivalry, during his time. And he was able to get back as a GM. Like I said, with those teams that I mentioned before, putting that Shaq and Kobe team, going back to the Lakers Showtime era. Like, even though um, I'm not sure how big of a Magic Johnson fan he was, but he was overruled. Like Dr. Buss wanted wanted Magic Johnson on the team, right? Jerry West did his job. He drafted Magic Johnson, and the rest is history, right? I'm sure he has no regrets about that, or had no regrets about that. But yeah, the Celtics, man, team should take note, right? This is how you run an organization. You don't uh you show loyalty to your players, but you don't get overly attached. Like they made that move when they had KG and Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce, right? And they in the twilight of their careers, right? But they didn't get attached and say, "No, these are our guys. They won that championship for us. We gotta, we gotta ride them till the ride them till the wheels fall off." Right? No, they didn't do that. they said, somebody, they want to give us these picks for KG and Paul Pierce. Hey, let's do it. Let's make a move. And they were able to parlay those picks into Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and we see the results, right? Did it happen overnight? No. It takes time to learn how to win. But shout out to Tatum and Brown, man, because how many times do we see young players like that end up butting heads? No, I want to be the guy. I'm the number one. No, I'm the number one. All that bullshit, right? We saw it happen with Stephon Marbury and KG. We saw it happen with Kobe Bryant and Shaq, but at least they had won some championships, right? Kobe and Shaq won 3 championships in a row. Can't really take nothing away from them, but at the end of the day, them butting heads was the reason why that um, that team couldn't continue as it was built, right? Shaq had to be moved. So shout out to Tatum and Brown. Hopefully, they will learn from some of those, some of the examples that I just mentioned, and stay, uh, stay stay on code with each other, and not let the pettiness seep in. And yeah, I'm the number one. I was a Finals MVP. So, and Jaylen Brown, honestly, just seems like too smart a guy to even do anything like that. And Tatum, that doesn't seem to be his composition either. But we'll see. We'll see. Sometimes winning a championship changes people. You know, sometimes it does. Sometimes a guy might say, you know what, I won a championship. I've proven that I can win. So now I'm gonna go. I want to go here to do my own thing. That type of shit, right? Sometimes that does happen. So we'll be on the lookout for that. But hey, man, you know how exhausting that was giving the Celtics that much credit in one fucking video. Anyway, that's all I got. If you like the video, bang off on that like button one time. Peace.